Now, how cool is this? We've seen American Idol for a million seasons, and once in a while you see some surprises, but nothing closer to me than somebody like a couple of cities over, like this guy, Cameron Whitcomb. I mean, dude, when I saw you, all of a sudden the audition process, I'm like, this is a Kamloops kid
Yeah.
auditioning for American Idol, and they've been like, Hollywood, baby.
Yeah, I know. It was pretty crazy. Everybody, like, when I was, like, because I was allowed to tell people that I auditioned for the show. I wasn't allowed to say the outcome. And whenever I told people, like, oh yeah, I want to be on the, the new season of American Idol, people would go, are you sure it's not Canadian Idol or Canada's Got Talent? I'm like, no, it's American Idol. Like,
are you old enough to remember the first Canadian Idol? Because I remember watching that going, oh, geez, man, they only had like, I think 2-3 seasons, but you would have probably been like, I don't know, a little kid at that time.
Yeah, oh yeah, probably. Yeah, I didn't even know. I thought it was just Canada's Got Talent. I didn't know Canadian Idol was a thing. But yeah, but no.
Take me back to how you auditioned, how you thought about it, actually being there. I mean, whatever you're allowed to tell me, because auditioning is one thing, man, and then getting on that stage in front of like Katy Perry, Lionel Richie, and that's come on.
Yeah. So back in October, a casting agent had reached out to me after seeing a video of me singing this Tyler Childers song. It was like my Hard Times cover or something. He had found it and then messaged me asking if I wanted to be on the show. I was like, oh yeah, right. And then, but it turns out it was like a real thing. And then I told him I was Canadian. He goes, oh, well, that's really unfortunate. Sorry about that. And then like 2 weeks later, he was like, okay, we're letting a few Canadians on. I was like, no way. And then fast forward a little bit. I'm in Texas. And it's just, man, like, I was pinching myself the entire way there. Like, you try to keep your cool as much as possible, but seriously, I'm like, just legs going all the time. You know what I mean?
How do you keep your cool in front of Katy Perry, Luke Bryan, Lionel Richie?
Oh my God.
I saw your leg was doing this thing during your audition. I'm like, this kid is nervous. He's nervous.
Yeah.
You got up there, you gave it your all, and they're just like, okay, well, let's hear what you got. And man, this country song that you did, I hadn't heard it before. I went and researched it after. Dude, like, that's a legendary song.
Yeah, it's a good tune. Yeah, I figured it was. The first time I actually heard that song, I heard Tyler Childers' cover of it, right? And so I wasn't allowed to sing any Tyler Childers wasn't allowed to sing any Tyler Childers, so I was like, man. So he does that cover, and then my voice matched up with it pretty good, and man, it's just a good song. It's just a good song, right? And so no, that was fun. It's funny because I watched it back and I'm like, I'm a way better singer now. You know what I mean? Because after the audition, I went home and I learned how to sing. You know what I mean? Prior to that, I never had any vocal lessons or any of that stuff. So it was like I literally just went and learned how to sing. So
it was incredible to me how when you said to them, I've never really sang in front of a crowd, they looked at you like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
True story.
Well, I think, what really helped. Yeah, totally. And I think what really helped too was the fact that, I'm so unexperienced. You know what I mean? If I was experienced and walked in there and gave them that, then they maybe, they probably wouldn't let me through. But you know what I mean? Like, I haven't really sang. Like, I'm not like, I wasn't like a really singer until just kind of that year. I started like posting covers and stuff and like trying to learn and stuff. But, like 2 years ago last year, I was like, really yelly. And, I just, taught myself up until then. And then after I went home and I just I found Sabrina Weeks. She's amazing. Taught me pretty much everything. So yeah. So.
This is the thing. There are so many good singers in Kamloops that have been doing solo stuff or in bands or whatnot. I mean, I lived in the town for about 10, 11 years and just going to like downtown, going to the grotto and going and watching people and all this time and blah, blah, blah. And CJ's when there's a different acts and whatnot. I don't know if that's still a place there. But anyway, I'm like, there's so much talent to help mold and train and whatever. So have you've been talking to some of these people to try to be like, which route should I go?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, mainly, you know what? I'm not even too, because I haven't been in Kamloops too long, but this is like home, right? And I haven't really gotten into the whole to the music scene here as much as I'd love to. You know what I mean? Like I'd love to. I you know, figured now it's it's definitely time. But yeah, after Austin, I went right to Sabrina Lee. She's kind of been teaching me everything. You know, like a stage presence, how to not sound yelly, and you know what I mean. So it's so yeah.
So you've got your ticket to Hollywood. The actual ticket, did you get to keep it? If it's me, I frame it. I put it on my wall, man. Like that's there forever.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, actually, yeah. It's at my parents' house. They held on to it. I would have lost it. I moved it around a little times.
How old are you, man? For those that may be watching this, going, "How old is this kid?" and forgot what you said in front of Katy Perry and them.
Yeah. So I'm 19. I turned 19 on March 20th. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you see me at a bar, I'm not drinking illegally. I promise. So,
what do your parents think and what do your friends think that, dude, this experience, like, it's just beginning, but I mean, wow, you know?
Yeah, well, my parents are losing their mind. It's funny because I'll walk around and like I was at dinner last night and I had like 4 or 5 people come up to me like, "You're that American Idol kid," like, you know what I mean? I love it. I get all giddy and I can't stop smiling. It's yeah, my parents are like, you know, even my brothers, like I got a lot of brothers. My brother's like, "Yeah, you're the superior Whitcomb now. There's no doubt about it." I'm like, all right. You know, that's weird coming from your older brother, right? Because, you know, it's lots of competition. But yeah, they definitely gave me the props. So.
What a fun thing for a kid your age to be, you know, literally on this stratospheric platform. Now you've made it to Hollywood. We're going to be watching as, you know, the episodes progress and whatnot. We're going to be looking for you. What can you tell us, man? What can you say going forward in terms of, you know, Hollywood?
You know what? All I can say is just it's going to be a fantastic season. And just watch every episode. Like, just some of the most amazing people. Like, I've been there. I met all these people. Absolutely amazing people. There's not a single person I don't like. And it's going to be an amazing season, if not the best season ever of all time. You know what I mean? Like, it's that's all I can really say. But yeah, keep a lookout because probably see me a bit more.
Have you got Katy Perry's phone number in case you need advice?
Working on it. Orlando pretty much told me, you know, get lost. But just kidding. No, working on the phone number. Working on the phone number.
That's incredible, man. And obviously, you know, the fans that are watching, you know, people want to know, is he single? What's going on? What's the relationship status? That's an important question. I cannot do this without asking that, so we're all ears.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely single. Yeah, definitely single. Yeah, single. But yeah, just kind of focusing on music, working lots, and so I don't really, single.
With a capital S, you said it 17 times.
Capital S, single. Sometimes it's like, you know, it's all right, but you know, sometimes you get lonely. But you know, that's it.
Listen, man, if this is the career path you're choosing and this is the business you want to go into, man, you're making the sacrifices, you're doing what you need to do to get to where you want to be. My question before we wrap this up is, like, where do you see yourself? Do you want to drop a few singles? Are you working on an album? Do you want to potentially, I'm saying down the road, would you like to do a tour? Like, what's your main thing once this thing wraps? Whatever happens with how you progress in this, you know, season of this show, what do you see? Like, what do you want to do, man? What's move number one?
I gotta say, man, I just want to entertain. Like, that's what I like to do, you know, I just want to entertain. That's pretty much it. Like, whether it be acting or making music, I love it. I loved it, man. So as soon as I walked in there and I was doing that, it was just such a good feeling, you know what I mean? And that's what I want to do, you know, as much as I'd love to work on the pipeline for the rest of my life, you know, beat myself up, I'd much rather entertain and hang out with, you know, yeah, so just entertain. That's all I want to do.
Cameron, final question, man. There's a lot of kids that are going to be watching your age, older, and maybe younger. Like, look at this dude could do it. Maybe I could do it. So give me a piece of advice for these kids. Don't make it cliche, but something they seen you on there. They want to audition, maybe whatever. Next, like, what are they like? Give them some advice.
Just do your thing. Like, sing. Post as much as you can. You'll never know when someone's going to reach out to you. You know what I mean? You know, reach out. Just if that's what you want, then go get it. Really, be hungry, man. Seriously, that's pretty much it. And you know what? That is kind of cliche, but that's basically all it comes down to. If you want to do something, do it, man. I moved out when I was 17 years old, like like I had no family in Kamloops. I just moved and I did it, and found jobs, made a life for myself, right? So just if you want to do things, go do it.
If Cameron can do it, man, and you're on the stage on American Idol, you can do it too, buddy. Thank you so much for hanging out.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
That Kamloops connection right away. I was like, I gotta find this guy. So
absolutely.
We got you on, man. And listen, we're gonna be watching as the season progresses. Best of luck. I know you can only say so much, but Cameron Whitcomb, watch for this kid. Watch for him and root him on too, man. You have obviously the Thompson, Okanagan, BC, and hopefully Canada rooting for you as well on a show that's typically dominated by Americans. So good luck to you, man.
Yeah, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, thank you.